Hello everybody, we're back for another installment of the Kaldheim Premier Drafts on MTG Arena. We're just waiting for the last person to ready up. Okay, so let's take a look at our first pack and what cards we've opened. Dream Devourer is like a foretell card, right? Each non-land card in your hand has without foretell has foretell. Whenever you foretell a card, Dream Devourer gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So certainly a powerful card. Giving foretell to more expensive spells is pretty cool. Also have Frost Augur, which is good in a snow deck. Glimpse the Cosmos, which is excellent, very efficient in the giant deck. And then there's Vengeful Reaper, which I like quite a bit. I think we're going to take it here. It's just kind of a good card. A lot of good abilities. So we'll take that. Second pack, the rare is still in the pack for obvious reasons. Return Upon the Tide, MVP, Dwarven Hammer, Maya. So opponent, or our neighbor here, took a common from the pack. Which could be like Glimpse the Cosmos, or like a removal spell would be reasonable. I think we're going to take Dwarven Hammer, which is pretty much the best card in the set. Okay, pack 3. We have Sweeper and Crush the Weak. This could be a powerful card. Doesn't work well with Dwarven Hammer, of course, but still pretty good. We also have a couple of hasty things in red. In green, we have some fatties and just some generically good green cards. Blue, actually I like the Jarrakin Seekers quite a bit. Let's take the Axe card Cavalry, I think. You know, I think it's early enough that we can take Crush the Weak and prioritize 3 toughness creatures. It's a little bit harder in red, but probably worth it if we can do that. Maybe we'll pick up more black creatures, I don't know. Rune of Mortality with no equipment. Oh, actually we have the Dwarven Hammer. Let's take that. Death Touch Trample. Sounds excellent. Way Down, Raise Draugr. Both good. Berserker, Seize Spoils, kind of whatever. Still some okay green cards. Still some okay white or blue cards. Warhorn Blast is definitely a pretty good white card, so. Okay, so we have Tergrid's Shadow, which we'll probably take here. Very powerful effect. And if we already have one Sweeper, then this could even get better. I don't know. We'll see. There's also Path, and Glittering Frost, so multicolor stuff. Kind of open, maybe. We'll stick with red and black for now, and if either of them kind of starts getting cut out, we can switch, but for now we're still getting good cards. Alright, so we have Trickster God's Heist, which is interesting. Not always a great card, but sometimes can be good. There's also Draugr Recruiter, which I think we'll take here. A 3/3 for 4 mana is not great, but if we can get creatures back to the graveyard, that does seem pretty great. Pack 7. We're still seeing some green cards. None of them are super exciting. We can take Run Amok over Infernal Pet, I think. We could foretell Crush the Weak, and then like on turn 4 or something, you could play Infernal Pet and Crush the Weak and it wouldn't die. I think we'll pass for now. So here we have Grim Draugr, which is in fact a 2 toughness creature, but I think we'll take it. I don't know, these green cards don't really excite me outside of Snow. Although Snow is clearly fairly open. There's a red-green duel coming around the state. Carve could be good. If we're playing sweepers and stuff, maybe let's just take that actually. That seems acceptable. I don't usually love this card. But if we're playing like cards that are going to be like getting rid of a bunch of creatures on the board, then I guess equipment goes up in value. Okay, we have Raider. We have Giant. Let's take Giant. It's a Giant. It's pretty good. So we got Skull Raid back, which is nice. Mentor is good. Mammoth Growth can be good. Okay, so we got both the Axguard Cavalry and the Berserker back. We'll take the Cavalry. It's a very good 2-drop. Berserker is like playable, but not amazing. Seize the spoils over this saga that's whatever. This card's really matter. Path, last pick, no respect. The Path to the World Tree. Alrighty. So we have Toski, Bearer of Secrets. Legendary Squirrel, it's indestructible, can't be countered. Attacks each combat if able. If a creature deals combat damage, you draw a card. So this could actually be really nice with like equipment and stuff. And sweepers. Although the sacrifice one is awkward. So I think we'll take it here. Second Crush the Weak is less exciting than the first. These red cards and black cards are fine. Okay, here we'll probably take Haggai Mob. This is a good card to equip with like a Rune of Mortality equipment, since you can then snipe things and take out a lot of the opponent's stuff. Well, once again, we have a Berserker in the pack, but probably still not. Okay, let's take Demon Bolt here. Maybe we can wheel this Highland Frost since we did last time. But Demon Bolt is definitely good. We are looking to be more controlling. Right now we'd like to pick up some more creatures. Like the Craven Hulk could be okay. But for now, let's take really good removal, and presumably we can wheel some of that. Alright, so we have Helm, which makes a creature. We have Vault Robber, which notably survives our Crush the Weak, but is otherwise not exciting. So let's take the Helm. Maybe we can wheel one of these. Would be great if so. Second, Tegrid's Shadow is powerful, but I guess we'll just take the Rune of Speed. Yeah, definitely wanting to pick up some more creatures here. Firewalker is nice. Can play that after Crush the Weak. I mean, a lot of these, like even like 2 toughness creatures, there's not like a major downside to just like, instead of playing your 2-drop on turn 2, you just foretell this. And then the next turn you can play it for 1 red and play a 2-drop. Seems fine, but later in the game it could get more awkward. Okay, let's pick up a Craven Hulk here. It's probably better than Dreadrider for us. Okay, relatively low for us here. We'll take the Coma's Faithful. It is a creature. You can consider playing it. Okay, the Crush the Weak, number 2 wheeled. We could take a Frostbite. We could pick up a Fearless Pup. I think Fearless Pup is probably okay. It's also like okay to sack something like that. Okay, we got Berserker back, which we would probably play since we need creatures. Craven Hulk. Another Craven Hulk or Vault Robber. I guess now we can take Vault Robber, maybe? Yeah, that seems fine. Raise the Draugr. Could be something we're interested in. We already have a Seize the Spoils. Take an uncommon. And Code Spell Clarity. Alrighty. So, better lucky than good. Tegrid is fantastic. Just an excellent card. Both sides are playable. Lantern is good. You know, in like in a situation where you're both kind of like top decking and the board's kind of, nothing's happening on board. And then the menace creature is obviously good. If you have edicts like Shadow, I think we have to discard two, right? School raid. So if we can pick up some more of those, that'll probably be good. So we could take Poison the Cup here. That looks okay. There's also another Haggy mob, which maybe we can just wheel. So let's take Poison the Cup. Okay. So there's a Doomscar. There's another Recruiter, another Vault Robber. We have very few 2-drops, but I don't know that we really need that many. So let's take Draugr Recruiter. Second, Rune of Mortality, probably less exciting than the first. We can just take another Axe Guard Cavalry as a good 2-drop. Probably better than Death Knell Berserker. We can also keep our eye out for a red-green duel, since I neglected to do so in our last pack. Alright, we have a Frostbite here, which we may or may not play. We'll probably take Seize the Spoils out. Do we want the Raiders Carve? Tentatively, no. We can take Toski out for now. Maybe Run Amok. We don't need that many combat tricks, maybe. If we're counting more on just removing our opponent's stuff. So let's see, this is more of a 5-drop. This can be foretold. This can be foretold. This can be foretold. This is like a 6-drop. Is that right? 5-drop. So Cole is really good with equipment. Shackles of Treachery, Smashing Success. None of these cards are super exciting. We can take Village Rites. You probably won't play it. So do we want another Breakneck Berserker, or do we want another Vault Robber? I guess maybe another Vault Robber. It's probably slightly better for the deck we are trying to build. Skull Raid looks good. Maybe we can play that over like Draugr Helm or something. Or I guess we can cut some more creatures. We got the mob back if we want to play it. That could be better than the giant. I guess we'll take this red card that we don't already have yet. We can take another Berserker and consider playing it. Maybe we could play it over the Coma's Faithful. Since we don't really have any mill synergies. No respect for Glittering Frost. Apparently nobody in snow. So what was I saying? We would put in a Breakneck Berserker. Do we even want to do that though? Maybe we just leave the Coma's Faithful out. Call it good. So we can maybe cut a creature or two. We can maybe cut this Rune of Speed. We're more interested in the Rune of Mortality, and we're not like super aggressive. Although we could just have games that are more aggressive. Maybe we can take out one recruiter, and then maybe the Fearless Pup is the last cut. Or we could do Raise the Draugr. Kind of like Raise the Draugr in our deck, but we do already have Draugr Recruiter, so maybe that's okay. So deck looks alright. Hopefully Tegrid is good. Hopefully we draw it with our Tegrid Shadow or with our Skull Raids. But let's jump into the matches and see how we do. So if you haven't been able to tell, red is one of my favorite colors in this set. I think there's a lot of good commons in red, and I just think it's one of the best colors. I'm going to draw. The other good color is green, but that's only if you're snow. Outside of snow, green isn't like super exciting. I don't know how to get out of this. I agree, it was a draw. Okay, so somehow I like waited forever, and then like it was just like a draw, and then like it wouldn't leave that, so I just closed the server and opened it up again. And here we are for our first game. We have the combo of our Death Touch and Trample. Seems neat. We can play Cavalry on 2. As opposed to immediately skull raiding our opponent. Alright, Foretell. So do we want to foretell something now? Vault Robber isn't going to make a big splash on the board. So I think it's okay. Firewalker is good. So let's just play out... Well, we could play out Craven Hulk and then give it haste and attack. That looks okay. My reasoning there is they played 2 red sources and then foretold a card and then finally drew black mana. I don't think they have any other lands in hand, but maybe now they're drawing their mana. Carder Doom Scourge. It's lovely. We're happy for our Axe Guard Cavalry to be eaten. Or we can just make another hasty Craven Hope. They both have to attack. But they have to trade with the Big 4. It's not amazing. So that turned out well. They didn't need our Axe Guard Cavalry, and we got in for some damage. Traded with a good creature. Firewalker post playing a land, so that land is gone forever. Second Carder. It's fine. So let's play out Dwarven Hammer and give it haste. That sounds good. Axe Guard Cavalry doing a lot of work of this game. Alright, going close to 6, but gains a life off of Carder and goes to 7. Maybe it's Carder. Just doesn't really sound like a... I don't know. Carder sounds like a 6-year-old boy. Alrighty. From the opponent. Let's get those last 2 cards out of their hand. Very good. Do we want to attach the rune? Sure. Second Skull Raid looks nice. So let's just attack with our Dwarven Hammer. They're just going to eat up some toughness. See if they have a trick. The opponent 2-4. Let's play out Vault Robber. Sure. Going in for that post. Another land. Okay, let's Skull Raid them. Let's not Skull Raid them again. Let's just equip and attack. We can even give the Firewalker haste. Although I don't know if that's good or not. Let's say they use a removal spell on Vault Robber, and we're only dealing 3. 3 is more than 2. And our opponent is at 4, so I think that's okay. So they're looking at using the removal spell. Okay, Demon Bolt, that's fine. Put him to 1. Packmate, also fine. Interesting that they had one green hand. Okay. Harder. So let's equip on cavalry. We have to attack with both. Maybe should have equipped on Firewalker? I don't know. Either way, it's a straight up trade for the Firewalker and they could potentially eat the Axe card, so now they have to lose some things. Yeah. This does have Death Touch in Trample, so they are still taking lethal damage here. But there's not really much else they can do, right? Supposed to see what we had on top. Awesome. So Death Touch Trample turned out to be a very powerful combo in the end. So we'll move on to the next game. Facing Quetzal, something. Alright, awkward hand with 2 lands, but we do have 1 2-drop, which we will play on turn 2. Or we could foretell. Let's see. Our opponent probably going to foretell something. I'm just wildly predicting. Okay, never mind. Looks like they're more aggressive than that. Outrider. No lands is bad. It'll be hard to get out our 4-drops quickly enough. And 2 of our 4-drops don't even block well. Okay, so we're on 3 mana now. So I guess we'll play Fearless Pup and we'll Skull Raid him. We only have 3 cards in hand, so at least there's that. And then hopefully we can get back in the game. Well, so we could double block Shieldmate. And then take 8. Supposing that they bump, of course. Right? So, on 4 mana, let's play Craven Bolt. We're going to be blocking with next turn. It's a little more awkward if we only have a Craven Hulk on board. Not sure what our opponent is playing blue for yet. But they clearly are banned. And okay, so let's eat or trade with the Field Warrior and then just block one of these. Could block this, but then we're taking 8 more and going to 1. This way we're only taking 6. 6. So they don't have their pump ability anymore. We only have a Craven Folk who will play the Recruiter because it can block, but we look pretty dead. So, green-white, beat down. Kind of running a slow hand and without that many lands. So, it's a shame. It's 50 for the opponent. Very aggressive, mostly green-white deck, it appears. Okay, hopefully we're not going to end up in another draw situation where we have to restart. Nope. Alright, so this hand looks good. Probably play Cavalry on 2 rather than Foretell. Or we could foretell the Shadow. I think that's okay. Next turn we can foretell Bolt, and then maybe use it on our opponent's turn. See if Haka attacks. Search of Greatness. Okay, so they do return it to their hand. And then scry 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a permanent spell from your hand. Equal to... Too many words. Yeah, let's just play a Demon Bolt. Or foretell it, rather. You may cast a permanent spell from your hand with command and mana costs equal to 1 plus the highest converted mana cost among other permanents you control without paying its mana cost. So this basically allows you to cast a 3-drop for free currently. So if they play like 2 creatures, we're thrilled, I think. Assuming they have like a 3-mana creature in hand. Now we just foretell something. In that case, let's just Demon Bolt that while we can. Nice. And then we could play Tegrid as the Lantern. Green has some disenchantment effects. Or we could wait and play Tegrid as a creature, and then maybe sack these 2 when the opponent sacrifices some things. So we'll wait and see which is better. So if we draw a land in our next draw step, then we'll have 5 mana and we could play Tegrid. And then the turn after that, we could play Axeguard Cavalry and Tegrid's Shadow and sack 2 things. Our opponent is not playing out anything. So for now, I think our plan will be to Firewalker, and they're going to kill our Firewalker, and then Boast. Oh, they're just going to bounce it? That's totally fine. So they'll just bounce it, we'll play it again, and then we'll play Cavalry. I wonder what they have in their hand. Just a lot of heavy drops? I don't know. Ice Tide Troll. It's cool. So it can gain Indestructible. So I think we'll just play out Tegrid. And then hopefully they didn't see it coming. I guess if we had attacked, it would have required them to use their mana. But then our Tegrid's Shadow would have been awkward. They were indestructible creature eating our Firewalker. I guess I should be paying attention to whether or not they're scrying things at the top or the bottom. Okay. Not sure what was intended there. Perhaps they meant to declare it as an attacker first? Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty bad. So they kill our Tegrid. And the... Well, that's whatever. Okay, well, let's move to combat. Attack with both. Let them black if they so wish. Deal them 5. Draw a land off the top of our library. That's not good. That's great. Play Craven Hope. And Foretell Crush the Weak, because we can. So sad to have lost Tegrid. We have that, like, Grim Draugr or something. Could get it back at some distant point in the future. Should be great to draw, but if not, so be it. Ice Tide Troll is going to become an annoying blocker. Crazy form. And no attacks. So let's Tegrid's Shadow. And get rid of our Cavalry and our 1/1. exile card. It's awkward. Too bad you can't foretell a card from exile into exile. Maybe you can. Maybe I should have just tried casting it. I just trusted the blue outline. Augury Raven. Okay, fine, trade with that. If they want to, which they do, because this is the source of credit advantage for us. Draugr Recruiter looks great. Let's end the turn. So if we get Tegrid back, we probably play it as Lantern. That's my thought. Born. We're willing to trade with Yorn, if Yorn is willing to trade with us. Although he really doesn't represent a major threat for them. Let's play Tegrid as the Lantern now. And then we can tap it. So soon we will be able to activate Tegrid many times during the game, and the opponent clearly had nothing in hand to deal with it, so we won. Alright, lucky to draw the Grim Draugr, or whatever it was. I don't think it's the Grim Draugr, I think it's like, what is it? Draugr Recruiter. So do we want another one of those raised dead effects in our deck? I guess we're okay. If we play another game and we feel like we want it there, we can play it. That deck was fairly controlling. Other times it might be more of a dead draw. Alright, this hand looks okay, it's kind of slow. But we're on the play. We have for removal. Nothing. Pass back to you. Hopefully they play something that we can poison. They do. So another land I don't know if we care about. Ravenfolk will take. Next turn we can play Mob or Hammer. I think maybe Hammer, because I like it. And it foretells, giving up 1 blue mana. They appear to be trying to cast their foretell spell. Unfortunately, it's not how it works. Ooh, Fearless Pup. It's pretty good. And they're going to Raven Form that. That's fine. Okay, so next turn we'll probably just, well, okay, so we can afford to equip the bird and play Firewalker. Let's do that. Pup was an excellent draw for them. Forcing us to re-equip. Right, Frostbite. Re-equip again if we want. I think let's play Mob though. 3. We won't exile a card. Okay, so we can equip. Let's equip here. And then we can boast and kill the pup. And then demand some trades. Put the opponent to 2. Seems good. So they're kind of like stuck on mana here. We were lucky to draw our lands early. Battle of Frost and Fire is fine. Let's just unload a couple of creatures onto the battlefield. We can either attack with Trample next turn, or we can go wide. So we put the cost of 2. So now opponent's getting their mana. Berg Strider is going to tap down and be like Craven Hulk. It's okay. So let's play some more creatures and equip. See if they play another giant. They could have that giant bounce spell, I guess. I don't know how much that one costs. It's like 9 mana or something. Just another Craven Hulk. And equip. Okay, well, opponent looks fairly dead. Good he. Okay. Opponent was rudely making a snooze emote during the match whenever we had paused for more than 1 second. So they got what they deserved. Mocking us like that. But yeah, we were lucky to have a lot of creatures in hand, in addition to our hammer. And so when they wiped the board, we had already traded out with some creatures, we were just able to unload our hand pretty quickly after that. We had like random spells in hand. Could have been different. So if all goes well, we can play Cavalry into Hasty Firewalker, and then maybe into Hasty Craven Hulk. Opponent mulligans to 6. Alpine Mist. So red-white, usually not the dual snowland you see, but anything is possible. Okay. Happy to see the Hasty Firewalker, which can attack their Haka. We of course prefer to kill the Haka, but I doubt they'll trade. So if we draw another land, next turn we could already play Hulk. Okay, they hit 2 and return it to their hand. Raven Sight is like not incredibly scary, although it is like a good card. But the Alrund side of this card is like a pretty game effect usually. Just as a massive creature that draws the opponent extra cards. Okay, no land, instead a very awkward Crush the Weak. So do we want to cycle our rune? I think that's fine. Still no land, but a Fearless Pup. We could boast and look for a land. Let's do that. Okay, we got one. So that's probably better than playing out Fearless Pup. Hailstorm Valkyrie. It's cool. Let's play a hasty Hope. We're happy to trade with their Valkyrie. Put them to 8. If we draw another land, we play a hasty Mob. Okay, 4/4 Outrun. Maybe gonna draw them some more cards here. Yeah, so we'll do 1 card. So we could like 8 for 1 ourselves and attack with the Craven Hope into the Outrun, and then use our Crush the Weak. Does not seem like a great way to do it. This needs 5 mana. This also needs 5 mana, so for now, we're just kind of stuck. We can attack with the Cavalry though. You might jump with the Disciple, I don't know. Assuming they don't want to block with Outrun. Maybe they do. Okay. We are threatening to go wide fairly soon. They're, drawing things that can block and stuff, though, as well, so it's a problem. Okay, we're just going to play out their Kinseeker. See what they dig for, maybe more creatures. Now they find 2. It's great. You love to see it. So, what do? We could make a treasure and foretell or Crush the Weak. We can attack first, I guess, with Cavalry. See what's up. Could also play Recruiter. Okay, jump is fine. Maybe they have a sacrifice, they have village rights. At the end. So I think I might actually be okay foretelling this and then making a treasure end of turn. Just so we can start, like, either putting the helm on something, or, Because I don't think playing a Draugr Recruiter is really going to change much on the board, frankly. We are still threatening kind of to go wide, but Helm does that even better than another body. Okay, they're getting in with Halrund. We can't block it with a bunch of things. I think we can wait 1 more turn. And let them hit us for 7. Did we already trade with a Valkyrie? Yes, they have 2 in their deck. Alright, so the sweeper. Make our treasure token now. They're going to destroy all creatures and then return something to the battlefield. They take 5 snow so they can get something back. Nice. Well, let's play Vengeful Reaper. Yeah, let's play Vengeful Reaper. Do we want to crush the weak just on their Frost Auger before it gains any value? I think let's wait a turn. I guess. Next turn we can play like Helm and jump Alrend or something. Just gonna hit us for 5. They can play their Valkyrie, which isn't great. But then we can crush the weak yet. Hopefully we draw the weak. Mistwalker is awkward too. So if they play out Valkyrie here, they can't pump it. Demon Bolt. Nuts. The good news is their Alrend is small, but not so small that we can kill it. And we are at a low life total ourselves. So, what do we want to do here? They can pump twice next turn, so deal us 3. Plus, I mean, if like the Frost Auger becomes a thing, they can deal us more. So we could play like Tegrid, but then we'd have to jump probably. We could play Helm, but then that's awkward too. Mob could threaten to trade with Alrend, so maybe that's the best play. But this game has become pretty awkward. So we know they don't have a Snowland on top of their deck. So they definitely should have jumped Alrend that one turn. That would have saved us a lot of life. They can hit us, pump once, and we go down to 4. So unless there's a way that we can equip this to the mob next turn, crush the weak, something, we look pretty dead, I think. Let's see. So obviously we'll crush the weak. We have a chance. Actually, that just wins the game, doesn't it? They can maybe draw a card and jump with Alrend. Oh, dang it. No, because we can boast with Mob. And kill Alrend that way. Alrighty, well that was extremely lucky. Although, I mean, I don't know. It's cool, I guess. But I guess we were fortunate to have played out our Mob. It was just a good play because it kept their Alrend back, and then it also, induced them to play a bunch of things and empty out their hand, and then we were just lucky that it has that post ability. So very good. That was a great game. And we were happy to beat Alrend. I think that's the second time that we've seen Alrend today. or in this draft rather. Alrighty, we're playing against Eerie Island. And Belva's hand is a little bit slow. We'll keep. We have removal. We have a creature that's bad at blocking things. Do we want to foretell Poison the Cup or Demon Bolt? Let's foretell Demon Bolt. We can just hard cast for or Poison the Cup next turn if we wish. Nothing from our opponent. So we'll just keep on foretelling. We're happy to Demon Bolt their Mistwalker if it is played. Dead. Let's play our Craven Bolt. Tegrid Shadow maybe counsels us to do otherwise, but I think we'll probably sit on this for quite a while. We already have one removal spell and some other things to do. I mean, they could just remove our creature and play out 2. In that case, next turn I'd probably foretell this or something and bind the monster. And Eagle. Alright, well, let's foretell the Shadow. And then we'll pass. And then see if they play anything else. Nothing so far. Let's take 3 and wait and see if they play something else. They didn't, and then I forgot to poison. So it's very awkward. Play out our Dwarven Hammer now. Unfortunate if they have a removal spell, because they can draw a card. Yeah, see? But maybe now they'll play out another creature and we can Shadow. Alright, still nothing. Let's play out Vault Robber, I suppose. And then plan to poison that. It's very embarrassing. Forgot to. Poison that last turn. Takes more damage. Skull Raid looks good. Cavalry looks good. Let's keep both of those. Let's draw this one first, though. So, 7 mana. Nothing going on. Render apart giant. So we could Tigrid Shadow just for that. It's probably worth it. We can attack first. And deal them 1 damage. So we'll wait. If they play out another creature, it's awesome. If they don't, it appears they're not going to. It's like, okay. This also prevents 7 damage from being dealt to one of our creatures, although we don't really care about that so much. Good, disdainful stroke. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So we can play Rune and equip next turn. But then are we still taking lethal damage? Let's try, I guess. Yeah, I guess our best chance is to equip. I think we're still taking lethal damage though. They could have a removal spell. Okay, well, good game. There was no hope against the Giants. Took too much damage from Agar because of our stupid plays. Okay, well, it's too bad. But somehow that's the way it goes. 4 wins, so let's carry on. See if we can get a couple more. Or maybe at least 1 more so we can make our money back. Okay, we'll keep this. Play out our MVP, Vault Hopper. This guy's a champ. Next turn we can foretell Skull Raid if nothing else presents itself. Yeah, that's great. We can play Fearless Pup and foretell. It's the beauty of 1-drops. Next turn Fearless Pup costs 3 to activate. It's kind of expensive. I was going to say we could activate Fearless Pup and Skull Raid, but apparently that's no longer an option. Raiders card. Or we could just play Berserker. I'm down with that. They still have a bunch of cards in hand. Raiders card could potentially become an effective blocker. We draw another land once again. We're in on the helm action. So let's move to combat. We can tap our thing. We can attack. Helm is actually kind of awkward, but the turn after we can play Mob. So it's not that bad. They'll tap it down, but then we're still getting in for like 5. Unless they play something. Oh no, they played something. So let's move to combat. We're gonna tap our guy. Do we want to attack and poison? That doesn't seem bad because then we can Skull Raid after. Do we want to? I guess we're poisoning their card. Card down. Carvey. And then Skull Raid you. Next turn we can play Mob. Doesn't look bad. Or we can just attack them for what appears to be lethal if we boast with the pup. I mean, they could play out a creature, of course. I guess they can also tap down our helm, so not quite lethal. Discarded a couple of creatures. The Masked Vandal could have gotten rid of our helm, so that's good. Avalanche Collar. Pass through the World Tree. So they can tap down our helm. We'll probably just attack with the Berserker and play our Mob. We could attack with Fearless Pup as well. But for one, that doesn't deal them lethal damage. And for two, if they block, then we're forced to activate. And it's at no risk to them. Because if we don't activate, then it dies and then doesn't get any new value or anything. So, probably just the Berserker. Yeah. Trade. The helm is pretty effective here. Now they're kind of being asked to tap a lot of things down that could potentially deal them damage. Behold the Multiverse, not bad to look for more answers. Considering bouncing our Fearless Pup, who can blame them? It's a terrifying card. Backmate, also a good one. Although this means that they can only afford to tap something down. Might have to jump with their Avalanche Collar. We'll see. Okay, just another land. So let's just send with all. The reason being, we're happy if they block some of our things. Okay, that's fine. Okay, they're not doing that. Okay, they're doing that. Let's eat the Avalanche Collar. And activate Pup. And then play our land. Equip. Maybe on like Vault Robber. Now we have 3 lethal threats. They need 4 blockers or to be able to tap and stuff. Lindworm gains them some life. It's cool. Demon Bolt. Your Packmate. And then probably attack for lethalish. Okay, they're tapping down our Vault Robber. So let's attack with both. We can activate the Mob and take out their Lindworm. Although now we're not in like such a great spot. We're still a couple attacks away from killing them. Because they can tap our stuff down, etc. Troll is also very bad. Although if they want to activate Troll, they cannot. No, they can. So we could crush the weak. Let's do that post-combat, I think. So if they tap something down, they're unable to activate their Troll and give it indestructible. Because Sculptor has Summoning Sickness. We want to make a treasure. Wait. Okay, good block from the opponent. Eat your guy. Foretell a thing. So now that they have all this mana, it's a little bit harder. The Icespine Pillar is becoming more and more of a nuisance. Alright, another land. It's just what we asked for. So, I guess let's crush the weak and kill their bear. And then allow them to tap down our Vault Robber. We can start making treasure tokens. Why not? And pass the turn. Alright, maybe opponent is intending to fight for a thing. Maybe they will now make it invincible and fight it again. No, they just wanted to put a counter on it. Berserker. So Firewalker, sadly the Troll Icespine Pillar combo has won many games against aggressive decks. Our best chance is to draw our Hammer, I guess. Although even that may not save us here. But 2 equipments and some creatures, it's pretty good. Okay, opponent appears to be going in for another invincible. Okay, never mind. I have no idea what they were doing. Go ahead and tap one of our things. Alright. Let's attack for 3. Play mob. That's nice. So I think maybe opponent intended to attack, or I don't know what they were doing. Whatever it was, clearly very unfortunate. I think let's attack with all. They can tap something, maybe our mob. No, or Vault Robber. So they can trade with our mob, their indestructible creature. Well, I guess let's attack with both. We can activate both. Sure. So let's see what we draw first. Yeah, you can activate another land. So we can deal 1 to your face. And we're kind of back in the same position we were in. Yeah, that time when they activated Pro was great for us. Let's do that again. Draugar Recruiter. So now I think we can attack with impunity. The Firewalker. We can exile a thing. Tegrid would be a nice draw. We have 17 cards left in our deck. And our opponent does not appear to be winning the game anytime very soon. So no plays from opponent. Let's attack with a recruiter, I guess. Do we want to exile something? Not really. And then we can get back a creature. Exposed. So we could get back another mob. Get back Firewalker to dig more quickly. I think that's maybe better. Because if we draw Tegrid, I think we basically win this game. If they had an artifact removal, they would have used it. This looks very good though. Let's make you sack a thing. Or discard a card, whichever you please. Let's untap. So repeat that process. You can discard another land, that's fine. Let's untap again. Let's make you discard or die, basically. Okay, so they have 3 lands in hand. It's very impressive. So now they can tap down our guy. Probably no reason to attack. Maybe they top deck for their enchantment removal. Instead, they're beholding the multiverse, bottom to draw 2. So certainly digging. It's very impressive to keep 3 lands in hand. Another creature. Seed away some more. Add your resources. Discarding Raven. Tap. Okay. So we got there. Lantern, super good in that type of situation where they're just like, you know, keeping you off of attacking and stuff. This card's a champ. And we had a ton of mana, so easy to activate it multiple times a turn. Cool. So we got to see the power of Lantern theme. I am going to take a break and then I'll be back. So we'll see you in a minute. Okay, and we're back. Let's review the deck list before we jump back into our games. Tegrid really an MVP in the last game. Okay, cool. Well, let's jump back into the matches. Alright, I think we can keep this. Question will be, do we want to foretell Skull Raid or Demon Bolt? Opponent Mold. Fine, so they had 6. So I think they just molded 6. Let's foretell Demon Bolt. Skull Raid seems particularly cruel when the opponent is on a mulligan and they've played a bunch of cards. Okay, Magda is a good one. Long Boat. So definitely a lot of aggressive attacks. This is a game where we would like our sweeper, or deal 2 to all the creatures. Wow, the combo! I should have killed it. I guess we can still kill it. It's probably the best idea. Before they can accrue any more value. Stalwart Valkyrie. Probably going to crew the longboat and get in for 5. Crush the Weak, looking pretty hot. Next turn we can Skull Raid him. And play Berserker. Doomscar Oracle, so they'll continue to get in. They only have 1 card now, which I guess means this draws us a card, is that right? Yeah. We could also play Helm. Maybe Helm's better. Keeps us from jumping with our Berserker. Reinforcements. But no attacks from the opponent, which is great. So let's draw with our Skull Raid. We got rid of their Provoke Patrols. It's probably good. Now we can play Craven Hulk and hopefully start to stabilize a little bit. Opponent is living off of the top of their deck now. They're drawing well. Let's put our rune on our helm just to draw. And then we can play both of these out. Do we want to attack with anything? Not really, because we'd much rather block, and right now they're threatening damage on the crackback, so probably not great. They're going to foretell something. The mob looks good, so now maybe we can get in with like Craven Hulk, which isn't a great blocker anyway. And demands a double block to be killed. Probably keep land in hand. They have their own Craven Hulk. Fearless Pup. Let's attack with the mob this time. We can take out a dwarf, which seems good. Alright, the double block will kill their Hulk though. We could kill both of these. Let's do that. That's actually probably better than killing the dwarf. Because the Fearless Pup kind of blanks the dwarves. I mean, of course they can always through the longboat, but So could anything else. Doomscar Oracle. And Scorn Effigy for free, gaining them some life. It's fine. We can start getting in with our Fearless Pup. All right. So definitely trading up there. We could start making treasure tokens if we think that would be useful. We're not really doing anything else with this Fearless Pup in our graveyard. We'll hold on to the mob, I guess, because that could be good with the Draugr Recruiter. Okay, poison the cup. Let's just foretell that for now. No reason to play it right now. And then let's just hang back. Maybe next turn we can like equip Helm and then blow out a double block or something. We could also just use it for the Scry mostly. Or Shepherd, yeah, that's probably a good target. Let's see what they get back. Their Axe Guard Cavalry. Bottom some lands, that's great. And get another land. Nice. So, we'll decline to attack. Opponent keeps card in hand. Probably going for like a double spell type thing. Let's equip the Helm. Berserker. An attack. Try to eat away at their resources some. We can re-equip to the Zomboy. And then play our own Axe Guard Cavalry. Foretells a card. This opponent is only on like 5 lands. They must have been like nuts aggressive in how they went about drawing lands. Or how many lands they put in their deck, I should say. So we're not going to give that haste and attack with it this turn. We'll wait till we have the Helm on it. In the meantime, probably just hang back. Doomscar. Well, wish we had been able to keep our Recruiter in hand. Berserker. But a nice top deck. And we're drawing very well. Yeah. Let's leave this here for now. Fearless Liberator. Troublesome. Craven Hulk. So we can afford to equip this. Attack. Let's boast. Draw land. And then we can still play out our Craven Hulk. Now if they kill like our mob, we're dead. But Valor certainly doesn't do it. Mountain the draw. So it's pretty risky to attack here, but we do really want to draw something. I think we still have some creatures. We still have Tegrid. Maybe they'll go in on that double block action. We'd be greatly pleased if that's what happens here. Because the dwarf represents a major threat. Awesome, there's a Tegrid. So that was really, really good to hit Tegrid off of that. Opponent can just lose 3 life for several turns, but now they're they either have to kill us in 6 turns with a 1/1 or awesome. We could do it again and make them lose 3 life, but I think let's just wait. Awesome. So once again, saved by the Lantern. It was a really good draw and a great card. So let's move on to our final game, whether we win or lose. This is end of the line, so Double Skull Raid, Vengeful Reaper. I guess we'll keep his hand. Maybe we'll foretell Skull Raid, I guess, since we have 2 of them. Or we could foretell Reaper, maybe that's better. Yeah, it's probably better. Because now next turn we can play Craven Hulk. And start eating down. And it's just derping around over there. Making all sorts of mana. So next turn we can either foretell 2 Skull Raids, or we can play 1 Skull Raid and then play the other one the next turn. I think I kind of like the flexibility of foretelling them on a later turn. Or, you know, being able to use them on another turn / being able to do something else. Like, we don't have to do double School Raid in one turn. Although it probably would be very good. Okay, they're gonna School Raid us. So, we'll get them back. Now we're okay to double School Raid. So that was pretty good. They've kept their best card in hand, which is concerning considering the Furia that they gave up. But maybe it's just a removal spell. Dwarven Hammer. So let's see what they foretold. Scorn Effigy. So I guess we'll hang back till we draw another creature. Okay, we drew another creature. Okay, they have some more removal. But we're getting pretty lucky here and drawing a bunch of creatures. Horizon Seeker attacking and looking for a land. I think we're alright to be taking 3 here. Maybe they have like another removal spell in hand, and so that was just free damage. But we're probably okay to put them in. And apparently they have no removal spell. Awesome. Well, that was an interesting game where we double School Raided our opponent. And they had a lot of removal, Feed the Serpent, 1 and 2, Binding. And then they also had a lot of discard effects of their own. They had 2 Elder Fang Disciples that they discarded and some other really good cards. So, cool. We never really saw the creature side of Tegrid and getting value that way, but the Lantern was really nice, especially in those 2 games where the game had pretty much stalled out and we were both, me and the opponent, were top decking. Tegrid's Shadow was like alright. The Mob, just like some kind of like filler creatures as always. Vengeful Reaper was cool. Poison the Cup and Demon Bolt are obviously good. Hammer, best card in the set. Let's not kid ourselves. And then with the Rune of Mortality too, that was pretty good. And then Vault Robber was like actually pretty okay in this deck, where it was just walking mostly, and then could become a relevant body with one of these equipments. So this is a fun deck, and we got to 7 wins. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you next time.